Hey guys, I'm so excited for today's video because we're going to be trying out some K-beauty. So I've had this order that I got from YesStyle for a while. I think I probably had it shipped in early March, and you know, then obviously things happen in the world and I had just set it aside because I wanted to film this video for you guys. So I have not touched any of these things. Well, that's a lie. There's one item that I had to try out right when I took it out of the box, and I'll show you guys that one first. But I really wanted to wait to try these things with you guys, and today's the day. So I have been really inspired to try some K-beauty things. Most of this is makeup. We have like one kind of makeup skincare item, but I definitely want to delve back in and look at some more skincare in the future. Korean beauty has always been, I think, like one step ahead of the curve as far as everything goes with setting trends and really having innovative ingredients. So I'm very excited to try all these out. Like I said, I did do this entire order from YesStyle, which I was surprised how many products that they have, and it was really fun to get to look through all the options. I could have gone down the rabbit hole really easily. So I told you that I had one item that I had to try out right away when I took it out of the box, and that's this honey milk lip oil. This is from Etude. I'm hoping that I said that right. I wasn't sure if this was going to be like a lip gloss, a lip balm, and anything with honey in it. I'll just tell you guys right now, I love the scent of honey. I love the flavor of honey. So anything with honey in it, I'm automatically already going to be really interested in. So I was excited to try this one out, and I have to say I do really like it. It was hard for me not to just pop this in my purse. This has this really nice big doe foot applicator, and it's really just a lip mask, I would actually say. You certainly could use it as like a lip gloss, but it has this really thick, nice texture. It doesn't really smell like honey though. That's the one thing that I was really missing from this, is like I would like it to have some honey scent, but that would be great if it was a natural scent, and I'm glad that they didn't just put a bunch of fragrance in this to make it smell like honey. So this feels so good, and like I said, I mean, you certainly could use it as like a lip gloss. It has a nice glossy feel to it, but it has a very thick, like almost line filling, you know, like that really nourishing feel. I don't know how to explain it, but I do really like it. It is a little bit like tacky, but not super sticky, if that makes any sense. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. All right, so this next item I was not really intending to buy, but when I was looking at things and I saw that the great reviews that it had, I was really interested. And this is the Face Blur Smoothing Primer from Etude House, which is a really popular K-beauty brand. And it looks like this does have an SPF in it. It says multi-makeup base, provides smooth, bright skin as if having processed with bare face blur. So obviously sometimes in translation, these sort of like descriptions get a little wonky. I'm assuming that they mean that it almost looks like your face has been filtered. Pore minimizer and smooth skin texture base and a bright coral tone correction base. So all that sounds good to me. Yeah, so it does have a little bit of a like light peachy color to it. And I'll probably just put this on with my hands. I hope that this doesn't have like a zinc oxide sunscreen look to it though. It's pretty light. It has a nice like light fragrance. I can't place it, but it just smells like good skincare, you know? It has a really nice soft feel to it. Like kind of silky, but not super silicone-y. I mean, I don't feel like my face has been filtered, but it does look really nice. I think we'll, you know, see a little bit more of the result when we get our base on. So have you guys tried any K-beauty products? I had not before. I did have a little bit of an in as far as which brands to try. One of my lovely roommates, she's not Korean, but she's from China, and she's tried quite a bit of K-beauty things. So she had kind of told me some of the more popular brands. I'd obviously heard of Etude House before. I think maybe the only other brand that I had heard of was Missha, because everybody knows about this BB cream. I was really excited to try it out. I will say it sort of felt like the Hunger Games of online shopping, trying to figure out what color would match you, but just like finding it on the website, because it isn't listed under like one product and then like the tones. You had to search for the tones, like they could be listed under different products. So it was kind of confusing. So I got the shade 27. I haven't even opened this up to pump it out and see if it's gonna work. I'm hoping, since it's a BB cream it will sort of blend in a little bit. Now I have heard that this can be a pretty high coverage for a BB cream, so I would be okay wearing it a little bit more sheared out because I don't do super high coverage. But this also has an SPF in it, which is good because I'm going out for a walk today. So I had already put on my skincare and SPF, but now we have 2 more products that have SPF, and I don't mind piling that on. So this says, with perfect coverage, it helps conceal flaws and blemishes, promoting bright and radiant skin. It says it contains hyaluronic acid and ceramide, which are both great ingredients for the skin. It also has rosemary extract and chamomile extract. I just know some people can be kind of sensitive to extracts. I haven't heard a lot about those being negative for the skin, but some people do have extra sensitivity. So I'm going to pump a little bit out of my hand. I have actually gotten a little bit of color outside being out in the garden a few days. We've been doing some landscaping and got a bunch of plants, so I know that they really don't have that many shades, and it is kind of hard to decide what you need from the website. So if you think that you're a close match to me, I think that this number 27, which I think was honey beige, would be a good one for you. It does have a scent to it. It's not horrible, but it definitely, you know, has a fragrance. I can't place it. Again, it's almost like, like I said about the face blur primer, it's just that like skincare scent. So while I'm blending this in, let's just talk about the elephant in the room, which is my hair. I know it's not like the cutest today. This spot is like all flat because I wore it in a top knot yesterday, and I don't really care. I might actually be putting a hat on to go out of the house anyway for my walk, so just couldn't be bothered today. You know, you have those days where you're gonna put in more effort and days that you're gonna put in less effort, and I decided to put my effort into my makeup today and not as much in the hair. You know, one of the things that I don't like about having my brows microbladed is that I always have to clean them off after I put my base on, because they obviously get covered up with base and then they look almost like gray. It's like supposed to be, you know, low maintenance, but then I have to come back in and clean up my brows anyway. All right, that's better. I just don't like looking at myself with those gunky eyebrows. All right, so looking at my skin, it looks really good for the coverage that's here. So yesterday I filmed a Get Ready With Me. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll link it, but I used the Thrive Cosmetics CC cream, and I would say that this has a bit more coverage than that one because I used that smoothing primer. I guess I can't really say a lot about the finish because I didn't use a primer in the other video, but I like it. It does have, like I said, a little bit more coverage, so to me, I always feel like I can see that on my skin a little bit more because I have a little bit more on my skin, which totally makes sense, but I don't at all feel like this looks unnatural. The color matched almost perfectly. I'm very happy about that. I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout the day. And now we're gonna go through with a concealer. This is another one that I had seen a lot of people have rave reviews about. This is it from the brand The Same, SAEM, but it's the Cover Perfection Tip Concealer. This was pretty inexpensive, but it's pretty tiny, which isn't a big deal. I love trying out concealers, so having something that's a little bit smaller is okay. I will put the prices up of everything that I've used, so I think that this is going to be a pretty decent match. It might be a little on the light side. I'm going to go through with one of the new ColourPop sponges. I busted out this kit yesterday in my video, so this is the Detail Sponge. This is definitely a very liquidy concealer. Like it's a little bit thinner in texture. Alright, so what do you guys think? I ended up doing a second layer of concealer just right on the inner corner and right out here where I get a little extra redness and darkness. I don't know because, like I said, this BB cream is a little bit more coverage if I'm seeing that texture just from that, but I feel like because this is so liquidy, you're not going to get a lot of coverage, and so you have to build it up more. All right, so a few pros and cons here. It's a very thin texture, which I find that sometimes can dry out really quickly as you're applying, so you almost have to work super fast, and that wasn't the case with this. I had some nice time to blend. I did feel like I had to build it up a little bit though, just in a couple different areas, so it's not super high coverage. I'm really, actually, I want to try these two things separate just so I can really see which is giving me more of that texture, because I feel like it might be the BB cream, because here on my lip where I didn't really put a lot of concealer, I feel, other than where that breakout is, but I feel like it looks a little heavy. Heavy for me. I mean, this is still very much like light to medium, I would say like medium coverage. In the camera, I feel like I look pretty pale right now, and I want to put bronzer on all over, but we're not going to do that. You know, you aren't seeing a lot of people who are using Korean Beauty super bronzed up. I did get a contour to use, but I'm just feeling like kind of pale right now. So I like it. I feel like my skin looks really fresh and luminous, not like super dewy, but it has a nice glow to it, if that makes sense. So more in the finish and the luminosity of the product, but not necessarily in how much actual like dew is to the skin. What I feel like is that I almost put like the ambient lighting powder all over to set my face, which I didn't, obviously. So I like the finish of it. I'll be interested to see how it wears. I don't know, the concealer for me right now is like a B-. I feel like it's getting a little creasy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set just the under eye area really quick so that we don't have to keep fighting this creasing. I didn't want to go through and set my whole face because I have a cushion blush to use. By the way, that's the one thing that I don't like is YesStyle threw these like labels on, and I cannot get these off. I mean, I'm sure if I took like a razor blade and tried to use like that Goo Gone stuff, I could get this off, but I didn't want to fight with that. So sorry you can't see the front of the packaging here, but this is from ARITAUM, and this is the SUGARBALL Cushion Cheek color in number 2, Pink So Much. And this, I thought, when I bought this, I was thinking more of like summertime, just like really like fresh cheeked. This is going to be a little bit much for my top today, but we're just going to give it a go. I am going to go through and try to use the little applicator that comes with it. So I'm going to start by using the little sponge puff. If I have to, I'll bring in a little stippling brush to rescue me, but I'm just going to place a little bit of this color. I feel like I just gave myself really, really strong cheeks. If you can find a way to apply really nice and lightly, I actually like something that's really pigmented like this, because you have to apply less, which means you have less product on your skin, which to me is the whole point of the thing, is to not, you know, be loading a bunch of texture up on your skin. I mean, I could see like putting this on in the summertime with a little bit of a tan. For a cream product, I would say it's like that satin finish. So it's not going to be super dewy cheeked, but it's not overly matte either. So I think that this could really work for any skin type. So I do feel like I can see a little bit more of my skin texture coming through from underneath. I don't know if that's from the puff, if it lifted it off. I don't feel like I was blending super hard, but maybe I was, just to try to like get that all blended in. So I like this color. It's very nice and fresh. They were out. I really wanted to get, like, there was like a beautiful peachy color that I wanted to try, but they were out. That was the one thing, like I said, it's kind of like the Hunger Games of makeup shopping sometimes on that website, because, you know, things are in and out of stock quite often. So I do really like this blush. I obviously got that bright color, because it's different than pretty much everything in my collection. And I know that as a blush lover, I start to like go down that path of like, oh, peachy coral, peachy coral pink, you know, so I wanted to get something that was, you know, really a little bit different. And I think this could be super fresh. Doesn't, like I said, go with my top today that well, but I thought this could be super fresh for spring and summer. So I'm excited to try this again. Let's move on. We will go ahead and go through with a contour powder. No, so this is actually from Missha, and this is called Cotton Contour, and there are 5 colors. This is the color Smoked Hazel. So I got this because I was watching Mandy Lee here on YouTube, and this looked like a really nice color for a contour. I think especially with as fair as my skin is looking today, this is going to work really nicely. And I like that this color is, you know, quite cool. So it is really going to be that true contour shade, not a bronzer. And it's not super pigmented, which is good because you can build it up if you need to, but you're not going to end up with like a gray stripe down your face if you get a little heavy-handed. I really do wish that I had chosen a different shirt to wear today, but when I was downstairs getting dressed, I could not remember what the colors were that I had gotten because it's been so long since I did this order. But I was feeling a little lazy, so I was not feeling like walking up the 2 flights of stairs it would have taken me to get up here to see what I needed to get to go back downstairs. All right, I don't know if you guys can see if I pack that onto my finger there. It definitely has that like perfect undertone for a contour, and it is really light and sheer. I do think that this is a little bit light for my skin tone. I had to try to pack quite a bit on to be able to get much of a contour going, but this would probably be great for me in the wintertime or earlier in the spring when I haven't really gotten outside much. So if you are a little bit fairer than I am, I think that this smoked hazel shade would work really well for you. I'm definitely not upset that I got it. I am actually going to use it as an eyeshadow for today too, and then otherwise it'll probably get tucked away and come out this winter. All right, so this item I'm both excited and scared to try. This is the Tint My 4-Tip Brow from Etude House. This is a brow pen that has that little like edge to it. So who was it that just brought one out? Was it Milk? Yeah, so I think Milk Makeup just brought one out. Like I said, so many companies bring stuff over from K-Beauty, and that's really where a lot of this inspiration comes from. So they only had a couple shades, I think, and the one thing that I like is this is really pretty light. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Sorry, I'm kind of looking in the monitor here to see, but it has these 4 little lines that'll come up. So I'm not sure if this is going to be dark enough for my brow, but we will give it a whirl. You know those times where you start using something and you're like, okay, I should probably just put this down and call it a day? I was there about 5 strokes ago and now I can't stop. I think I'm gonna like this product. It's just definitely has a learning curve to it because it is a little bit wider. Next time I'll probably like put it on an angle. Yeah, that's what I should have done, is I should have come through at an angle because all of the lines were starting at the same point. So I was trying to go through on the side and try it out to be able to get a little bit more feathery look, and then they just kept getting bigger and bigger. So that's all right. I can deal with a big brow, but I'm going to take my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter to just really push my own hairs up to really get that very like supermodel extra wispy bushy brow. This is so much eyebrow. Oh my god. We're going with it, and I gotta leave the house in a little bit, so too bad my mask doesn't go over my eyebrows. So that's gonna be fun to play with. I think actually I'm really gonna like it. I like the color that it has, and especially in the front where my microblading is just all like blurred. I would like something that has more strokes. You guys know that I like the Ardell Stroker Brow, which is similar concept, but you're only getting 1 stroke at a time instead of 4. So this might end up saving me some time once I can get the hang of it. All right, I'm gonna do a really quick eye look today. I got this Mirror HOLIC Liquid Eyes from Etude House again. It's this really pretty, almost like Stila Glitter and Glow shadow type thing. It is in the shade Rose. I think it was like Rose Ice Wine. What is this called? Yeah, Rose Ice Wine. It's not rosy at all. It's almost like more of like a natural taupey color. So what I'm going to do is just put the Missha contour right in my crease, and then we'll go ahead with a little bit of that shadow right over the top. I don't feel like K-Beauty trends really focus a lot on eye makeup. It's maybe like just a blur of color or a little bit of sparkle. So I'm trying to keep this pretty simple. Not that I'm like going for a true classic like Korean inspired makeup look, but trying to pay a little bit of homage to the trends. Take a little bit of this. And I'm sure you could totally just like blend this out with your fingers, but I hate using my fingers to apply makeup. Once you blend it out, it is truly mostly just the sparkle. So you're not going to see a lot of color from these. So if you want a more colorful look, you're going to need to put a shadow underneath and then put this glitter over the top. But I like that. It's just really nice and reflective, just that simple little amount of glitter. So I didn't get a lot of glitter fallout from putting that on. So I'll really be interested to see how this glitter lasts, especially, you know, I didn't put a glitter glue down or anything like that. So hopefully it lasts throughout the day, and I will keep you guys updated. I'll probably just put a comment down below letting you guys know how everything wore. All right, just a quick coat of L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, and we are ready to put on our lips. So the product that I got was this 3CE, which is another super popular brand. This is the Style Nanda Plumping Lips. Again, this color is not exactly gonna go with our outfit, but we'll go ahead and give it a go. This reminds me of those Revlon lip butters. If you guys can see, I don't think that they make them anymore, but they were like a really nice, just sheer wash of color. So I'm just gonna put that right over the top of that oil. I just want like a nice juicy lip. This has like a cooling effect to it. It definitely feels like it's got that little bit of plumping to it. I really like this shade. I could definitely see popping this in my purse and just having this as like that quick wash of color. Like I said, it definitely gives me a feel like those Revlon lip butters. I really enjoyed those. I don't think that they make them anymore, so this might be a good option. This does also have that little bit of like minty cooling factor to it though too, which the lip butters did not. All right, so final thoughts on this. I really like this honey milk lip oil. I will definitely be using this a lot, and I really enjoy this lip color too. I think this is going to be a great one to have for just easy color to throw on the lips. So these for me are two standout products. Somewhere in the middle, I think I really am going to enjoy this blush. I like something that's a little bit dewier, but I think this is going to be a nice one for summer to be able to throw on, and because it's not super dewy, it'll probably work really well in hot weather. So going to enjoy this guy. That brow pen, I really think I'm going to like it. I just have to use it a little bit more. Obviously, there's going to be a learning curve to that one, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. The Missha BB cream, I like. Again, it's something that I'm going to have to try with other concealers. I think that I just don't love that concealer. And I can find this with thinner concealers sometimes, that when they do dry, they almost like shrink wrap your face a little bit, and I feel like it's a little bit creasier than what I prefer. Again, I'll keep you updated on the sparkle on my eyes, that one from Etude House, and the contour powder was good. It's just a little light for me, so again, I'll probably revisit that in the winter. And also the face blur, I'm gonna have to try separate from the BB cream and the concealer. I think with face products, it's really good to try one at a time to see with your other products that you really enjoy how they play, but I'm certainly enjoying the skin today, other than the area under my eyes, which again, I think it's just that concealer. I'll try it again with other products, but I really enjoyed this. I think it's a lot of fun. Let me know if there's a product from K-Beauty that you think I should try out. I will go ahead and leave my link to YesStyle down below. I believe you can save 5% on your order. I've really enjoyed getting to experiment with some new beauty products. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you really soon.